Hi, Jessica Sanchez here, back for some more speech punishment. Back on May 15, 2013, a tornado ripped through a small subdivision in Hood County. The emergency management office there stated that there were 110 homes that were in that division, and every single one of them were damaged. 17 were completely destroyed, dozens of people were injured, and 6 people lost their lives that night. Back this past week on June 22nd, there was some flooding that occurred, and 17 homes were destroyed, and 18 people were displaced out of their homes. Every year in Texas, we have thunderstorms that cause blackouts that last for days. Sometimes we have ice storms where people get stuck on I-20 for hours, if not overnight. These are natural disasters that we have no control over. One of the other students had already stated the difference between a tornado watch and tornado warning, so we're going to go a little bit more into disaster preparations and what you need to do to help yourselves and help your families. We can't predict when or when these disasters are going to occur, but we can prepare for them. FEMA states that you need to have a 72-hour survival disaster kit. However, back in 2005, when the Katrina hit New Orleans, there were still people waiting to be saved 9 and 10 days after the disaster had occurred. That's a big difference, 72 hours and 10 days. So the bottom line, to help in these disasters, we need to be able to take care of ourselves first. The federal government can and will come in, however, it may not be soon enough and it may not be enough at all. Putting together a kit, even a small one, can make the difference between staying alive long enough to be saved and becoming another statistic. There's very subtle differences between a disaster kit and a camping kit, because that's basically what you're going to be doing, camping. Whether or not you be sheltering in place in your own home, or you have to leave and go to an evacuation shelter site. You're basically going to have whatever it is that's on your back. And whether that's a backpack or just the clothes, it makes a difference. So those people that were displaced from the tornado last year came out with nothing. They came out of their homes with the clothes that were on their backs, no medications, no cash, no toys, no personal information of who they are and where they lived. They came out with nothing. It was another 2 days before they were able to go back into their homes, and some people didn't have homes to go back to. Had they had a survival kit or a bag or go bag, they would have had just enough to have some kind of resemblance to normalcy after the disaster. So in a kit and a go bag, have some cash for if you need to buy clothes. If you need to have some kind of documentation of what kind of medications that you're taking. Have some extra medications because you may not be able to get it from your doctor. Have a toy or two for your scared children. Most importantly, you need to have a weather radio, preferably a NOAA radio. Some of those are crank radios where you don't have to have batteries, or they're solar powered. Some of them have flashlights built in. Have a multi-purpose tool to turn off your gas and your electric if you have it, because those are other hazards that can occur after a disaster. Have extra clothes, sturdy shoes. Those people, when they came out of those homes after the tornado, were walking barefoot, climbing over down trees and power lines. You need to have something to protect your feet, because that's the number one most occurring injury after a disaster. I could go on. The Red Cross also states that you need to have water. Do you know how much water that you need? It states that you have to have 1 gallon of water per person per day. That's a lot of water if you have a family. I could go on forever about all the things that you could have in your disaster kit. So what I've done is I've added the websites for Red Cross and FEMA down below in the description so that you can put your bag together. It's very simple. Some things that you could buy at Walmart, some things you could buy at Dollar Tree. This is easy to do. This is not a prepper show. This is reality. This is things that actually happen. So to spend that hour to put together a kit to help your family stay safe makes the difference between staying alive and not. So Bill Parenza from the National Weather Service put it very simply: preparation is less costly than learning through a tragedy. It's not hard. Put a bag together, save yourselves, and I hope that you do it, because this is something that I have to deal with every day at work when people have disasters. And if you don't have it, it can cost you. So please, please, please go down to Red Cross or FEMA or type into Google natural disasters preparation kit. things that you can do. So I hope you've had a good semester. Thank you for listening.